Interview with the Vampire managed to become a hit in its first season. It was the initial feature in the launch of Anne Rice's immortal universe. With its exceptional lead duo and a refreshing flair for the dramatic, it's understandable how it would resonate with so many viewers. While it takes many liberties with the source material, it manages to create an atmosphere and mood that is true to Anne Rice's original work. Pop culture is still very dominated by romance and its cliches. The current literary, cinematic, and musical landscape are all subject to it. Whether it be supernatural or historical, nothing quite manages to capture the romanticist flair of Interview with the Vampire. There's an intensity and drama to the series that none of its contemporaries have really bothered to touch. As a result of this, the work has resonated with its intended audience and managed to pick up many new fans along the way. There's been several times in the past couple of weeks I've seen references or memes from the show in completely different contexts than one would expect. While this is partially due to the show being an aesthetic and emotional assault, there's still plenty of thoughtful discussion and engagement alongside the fun. The show takes many liberties with its source material, but the most notable is probably its major recasting of Claudia. It's a bit hard to adjust to you as you become familiar with Bailey Bass in Season 1. However, after a couple of episodes, Delaney Hells does start to shine and captures the character in an entirely different way. By the end of the series, it's even hard to imagine the show without her. The other notable change in this season is the deepening of Armand's character. With his backstory and origin changed greatly, it was hard to guess what direction they would take it. It allows for a should-be-familiar story to feel unexpected the entire season through. Alongside this, there are continued changes to the characters of Louis and Lestat. Louis, played by Jacob Anderson, is particular and set to go on a journey of his own, discovering who he truly is and being left to reflect on the past and how he will move forward. Whereas Lestat, played by Sam Reed, is seen in a different light than Season 1. One that is more true to the source material and lets his character shine in all of its dramatic glory. Daniel Malloy continues to be played to success by Eric Bogosian, the older and younger version of him seen in Season 2, allowing for a much more interesting dynamic between the observer and the storyteller. Despite all of these changes, the showrunner of the series manages to capture the essence of the original story. Our protagonist here much better embodies the character, an outsider subjected to endless introspection. The discussion of meaning and questions drilled into become vampires, being pondered about in real time by a fish out of water that is, if anything, not a normal vampire. The post-World War II Paris is a fitting accompanying aesthetic, a city of culture ravaged by the worst of humanity, consumed in darkness, but not to have its vibrance dimmed. Rather, the gothic darkness is rich, deep, and immersive, if anything. The beginning of the show was a rough relationship that was caught up in a passionate and violent stage, leading to the creation of a family dynamic that was untenable in the first place. Unfortunately, while this was a nail in the coffin, the relationship was troubled from inception. With the removal of one of the partners of this relationship, Season 2 was left with a built-in mechanism of anticipation. However, as they return, an unexpected twist takes place. Louis, scarred and calloused from the prior experience, is on edge, but the perceived aggressor of the past turns out to be softened. Armand was manipulative and without an identity of his own. As you find out more of his past and struggles, things don't line up and he ends up being just as toxic. While Lestat is villainous and has baggage of his own, the love for his partner was genuine and led to him doing something one would not expect. The theatrical setting and wide cast of characters introduced in Season 2 manages to open up a new vein for the show, while other shows shy away from melodrama. Interview with the Vampire manages to embrace it. This allows for an immersive theatrical performance that includes the humor and camp of contemporaries, while elevating it above the negative accusations that other shows are so afraid of. What could have been dead on arrival turned into a Season 2 and now a Season 3, alongside Mayfair, which is recently wrapping up filming for Season 2. It seems like Anne Rice's universe will be doing quite well for the foreseeable future. What did you think of Interview with the Vampire Season 2? Are you looking forward to Season 3? even though it'll be covering different material. Did any of the changes to the source material bother you? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for making it until the very end. Here at Inner Spiral, we cover a mix of multimedia content, including the movies, games, and shows we all love. So be sure to join us, and I'll see you next time in the Spiral.